Hey, hi, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to the middle of the weekend. I hope it's been going well for you so far. For me, it's been a mix, right? I actually had more plans I wanted to do yesterday, but then I woke up and my shoulder was like kind of straining, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll just do some stuff around the house, right? Maybe I'll kind of reduce it like that. And, it still turned out pretty well, right? I got some things done, and hopefully next week I can do everything else I wanted to do yesterday. But yeah, other than that, pretty good weekend, pretty chill. Right now, my big task I'm trying to do is get every achievement in Remnant 2. I got like one more to go. It's an extremely long and drawn out one that requires a bit of luck, but I'll get there, right? It's just a matter of time, right? Not a matter of luck. Well, a little bit of luck determines on how long I finish it. Anyways. Hey! Hello, Molecular Shadow Fox. Good to see you as always. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well as well. But yeah. Probably should kick back and relax and, I don't know, maybe sleep. Maybe we'll check out Shape of Dreams. It's a game developed by Lizard Smoothie, published by NeoWiz. They have a demo out right now, right? You can see it's a demo. This has actually been out for a while, and it's an interesting idea for a game, at least, right? They've taken the roguelite route, but all the mechanics are kind of based off of what you see in MOBAs. So yeah, like your set of core skills and a variety of characters that have different play styles and other things around it, which are pretty interesting, right? I think they got something interesting here, and that's why I'm checking this out. Jet lagged. Oh no. Man, that's always a bummer. It's like switching time zones, and then your body has to adjust to the new time zone. Especially bad if you're like going halfway across the world or something, right? And then you gotta deal with like the new night and the new day, and you're obviously gonna be out of it for the first few. Hopefully you'll be able to recover from that sooner than later. Yeah, well, we get in here when we go on a few runs. You can see what this game is about. So this game can be played in multiplayer, but they do facilitate single player options, right? And then you have your pick of characters here. Currently maining this fellow named Yubar, who is a ranged mage, but they got some others as well, right? This is like the first character that you have this sort of lizard guy with a rifle. He shoots things from a distance. And then you have this cool fencer lady who fights up close. And then completing certain conditions unlocks some more characters. Like this one that I showed here, Yubar, ranged mage, floats, because he got the magic. And Vesper, who's just big armored dude with the hammer. And Aurena, who is about sacrificing health and trying to recover it to fuel her abilities. So, bit of a push-pull there. So not used to me streaming at 12 p.m. Yeah, I don't know. I picked this time for the weekends because it's nice, right? It's a change of pace, a bit more EU friendly. And lets me kind of wind down for during the evenings, my time, right? Because I'm in the States, so do stream in afternoon and then can spend the evening preparing for the week. It works. I hope it works better for other folks as well. Ooh, a scaly, right? They got a good variety of characters, right? It's like not just like your humanoid looking fellas. They got all sorts of species-looking fellas here, right? Aurena is slaying in that outfit. Yeah, it's kind of pretty badass looking. It's like got enough style to it, but it looks like pretty practical type too, right? Okay. But yeah, each character also has starting abilities that you can swap between, but you know the other one is you have to unlock via certain ways. So they start with like they start with like one cooldown based ability, and then they have another one that could be a cooldown based ability or like an ultimate style ability that charges up as you deal damage, and then they have a passive ability that just like sticks with them. And then they all also have an ability that's kind of used more for evasion, so used to dodge it out of the way. And this whole part here is the constellations. Oh, I'm covering it up, but yeah, at the moment you can spend the stardust you gain to enhance your abilities and stuff. The thing about this is that the devs have said they're gonna rework this system, so I don't want to go too in depth because they're gonna change it. Yubar's outfit would be great for a Ren Fair. Oh yeah, I think all of them would probably work pretty well for a Ren Fair, really. Like, they all got their different styles, and of course, like, you know, big armor suits probably wouldn't look out of place there either. But yeah, Yubar, for the sake of, like, you know, practicality and mobility and staying cool, yeah, this is something I would probably wear around the fair, right? I've worn similar, right? Just pick like fantasy mage from fantasy series, and you'll probably fit in okay, right? Okay, let's show the game itself, right? Let's see how this plays out. It's like most roguelites these days. The format is, you know, you go through 3 areas and fight a boss at the end of each area, and if you manage to do that, you win the run. And you can also choose to loop around and, you know, fight stronger enemies. But yeah. Right, you can see, like, you got the isometric perspective, you got the ability bar on the bottom, you have like your HP and experience meter on the corner here. The best part is that if you use mouse and keyboard, they actually give you like 2 control schemes you can pick from. It's like, one is the sort of MOBA style controls where you can click on a spot, your character goes there, and then you press your keys to launch your abilities and stuff. But they also let you do like WASD for movement and aim with the mouse, and then, you know, use your various keys to activate abilities and everything. So, you know, the inspiration is there, right? And as you can see here, the map. Yeah, you go from like sort of combat zone to combat zone, and they lay it out like a map, like you might see in FTL. So you have the goal here, and another interesting mechanic, right? To make sure you're just not going to go explore every node on the map. They have this antagonistic faction called Hunters that will slowly work their way across, and if you cross paths, then you have to fight some extra strong enemies, and that's usually not advised after a bit. So let's go here. Oh, I almost forgot. Happy Pride Month. Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I want to say that too, but yes. Oh, well, okay. So it's not all combat rooms. Sometimes you get this. You know, despite the sounds in the background, don't worry, nothing scary is gonna happen. I was worried too. But yeah, for all our LGBTQ folks and allies, you know, this is your time. I mean, the whole year should be your time, but this is especially your time, right? Be proud, and or hey, you know, just hang in there. Whatever you need to do, right? I like to have like little symbols here too, so you can see like what else is at a region, so you can try to plan out a route in advance. Yeah, you can see the space is now yellow, which means the hunters are gonna occupy this space next turn. And then once I move to another area, you'll see more yellow spaces pop up, which is where they'll occupy next. It's like, oh, better get a move on, right? I think I could spend a turn beating up some more enemies. Because there's 2 resources in this game, right? You have the money that you can use to buy things, and then you also have dream dust, which you can use to upgrade your abilities and other things. So sometimes it can pay to, just go to more areas to build up your resources. So you can be a little stronger for the final battle, right? So this is like what I like about this game, is that, well, you do have like 2 free ability slots, and right, the way this works is that you'll sometimes find what they call memories, and these basically work as like abilities you can swap in and out. So there's a lot of them, and you have ones like Frostbite, which enhances the attacks that you deal, but there are some others that are like your usual fire and forget, or buffs, or maybe gives you more evasive options and things like that. So gives you kind of plenty of ways to build out a character, or depending on what you pick up, might force you to adapt to a different play style, right? Work towards that ultimate build. Oh yeah. I know there are certain abilities that I kind of lean towards, but hey, this is a roguelite. Sometimes you don't get them, so you just gotta roll with what you got. Shrine of Guidance. That's basically a healing shrine. You can pay a little money to get some HP back. Can be nice sometimes. Ow. Okay, I guess I had shields. Another ability. So you get Chomp, deals damage and restores health. Right, bites the target enemy. Nice thing is that there's no restrictions too, so any character can use any field, can use any memory that they find. So now we've entered a shop space, and this is where we spend money. Oh, but I don't have that much money. Alright, I'm actually gonna swap out my chomp ability. So, nice thing about this is that you can dismantle stuff you drop for a little extra dream dust. I'm not sure if that's like built in or if you gotta get an upgrade for that, but it's nice. I kind of like it when roguelites have like some sort of recycle ability, so at least feels like you're getting something out of it still, right? You're not just like leaving something behind, or you're just like maybe it helps you finalize your decision too. It's like, all right, I'm gonna commit and I'm gonna get rid of this thing so I can't decide to switch back later. It works in several different ways. Yeah, mix and match, right? I think the Steam description kind of made mention of it too. It's like, yeah, you can build your characters in multiple ways. You want to make a mage that has some melee abilities, or a melee character that can hit some enemies from afar. Totally do that if that's your thing. A great frost sword. Yeah, see, this is melee cold damage, but I think I'll just grab some dream dust. Yeah, inventories can get bloated and cluttered, and it doesn't feel good to just leave something behind, right? Even if that's like the nature of the game. Sometimes it's like, well, the game gives you an option to like recycle items. It's welcome. Uh-oh. It's actually a game my friends and I are playing at the moment, Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. And one particularly annoying part about that game is that there are certain inventory items that you just can't dismantle, right? So, you know, if you have like old weapons or armor or something, you can't just like break them down or even just like get rid of them, right? Even if you just like straight up destroy them and get nothing back, that would be fine, because apparently like there's too many just like items lying around that can actually mess a game up. So what they've been doing to like make sure that doesn't happen is that they've just been gathering all the items, old items, into a backpack, making a new world, just like dropping it in there and then deleting it. Which is just such a roundabout way to do things, right? Like if the devs would just like add an option to even just like straight up delete items that aren't useful anymore, that would be like exceedingly handy. It's some workaround, I know, right? Like, obviously this is something that should be wholly unnecessary. This makes you wonder, like, what is the stopping point? Oh, okay, wait. Alright, so this is what I was talking about here, like the other part, right? They have these things they call essences. You can think of them like gems or like slots, because now each ability has 3 slots, and these essences here, they can modify an ability in certain ways. So, for example, this one increases healing amount by 26%, and then excess healing turns into a shield that lasts for 2 seconds. Unfortunately, I don't think I have anything here that heals, so we'll just drop it in there for now. But there are tons of these gems, and yeah, you can imagine with like you know, 2 open ability slots and then like 3 slots for each ability, you just got like so many ways to create something cool, right? Yeah, or just the ability to sell stuff. That would be fine, right? Or break it down into components. Anyways, let's face off against the first boss. It's just a skeletal goat fella, right? Why is it that, like, antagonists tend to have, like, a goat motif? This is something about goats that just, like, strikes fear into the hearts of people. Anyways, we just kick their butt. And now we get to use their soul to just upgrade one of our abilities here. Let's get that one. We tend to keep it around, so the other 2 abilities might get swapped here or there, so I don't want to upgrade them just yet. We're off to Region 2 now. In the mountains. Don't freeze your butt off up here. I want to see what's up here. I'm going to travel here to uncover that spot and then can make a decision from there. The whole satanic vibe with the goat motif. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can see that. I mean, in real life, goats can be pretty fearsome too, right? Because if you're not careful, they're gonna ram you, and then they got horns. That just makes things worse. They will mess you up with those headbutts, I can imagine. Yeah. Like, I don't know, maybe it's me, but I would never try to antagonize, like, wildlife. That just feels like a recipe for disaster. you know, the animals are gonna do what they can to survive, right? And it's like, well, they're probably more capable of hurting me than I am of them. And if I can avoid confrontation, then why not, right? Let them do their thing. I can do my thing. Ah, Winter Dive. Okay, I like this one. I might swap out my Guiding Frostbite for that. Because it lets me do this! Just quickly move across the field. So it works as an offensive tool and as an evasive ability. I really dig it. Those fainting ones are super cute, though. Oh yeah, the ones that try to play dead and to evade you. Again, survival mechanism, right? It's like red pandas when they, you know, they throw their arms up and they try to make themselves look bigger. But to like us, that's just like really freaking adorable. Like a passive Teddy Ursa. Do Teddy Ursa do that? Is that like something they do? It's like raise their arms up and go, fear me! Oh, Gradients. Yeah, we'll pick that up. So true to its roguelite nature, there are sometimes random events that pop up. And then they'll task you to go to another region. Out where this one wants us to go. Oh yeah, and then you have chaos. Sometimes you get like big enemies that you defeat, and then they'll give you 3 options for a stat boost. So you can pick your memory haste, which is basically a ability cooldown, and then you have attack speed and ability power. But I like memory haste because nothing is more cool than being able to fire off my abilities more often, right? All right. So yeah, you can see on the map they've marked this spot here. That's where they want me to go. Quite a ways. Probably go here, actually. All right. Go a little further to put more time on the clock. Ah, nuts. I thought these enemies were all cleared out, but it turns out they weren't. Got a little too hasty. Imagine that like a real life situation, someone gets too hasty and they just get hit in the back by enemies from behind. Oh man. It's like, well, next time be careful. Get zapped. That stomp ability is just so goddamn useful. I'm actually gonna upgrade it once, and 2. Yeah, so the wells are like one place where you can use your dream dust, and you can use them. You can spend them to level up your abilities, and the yellow numbers are the stats that will increase when you upgrade them. And obviously, like you know, the higher the level, the more dream dust you gotta spend to get them to the next level. I almost missed something. If you're about to leave an area without getting everything, the game will let you know. It's like, hey, are you sure you want to leave this place? You still have unclaimed rewards, which I think is a nice touch. There's a shop here. But let's go here. Let's see if I can get a little bit more money first. Raises the question, what will your character specialize in an RPG or roguelite? Also the weapon of choice. Well, definitely be like a range type of character. Probably like more magic oriented. And weapon of choice? I'd say cards, you know. Spell cards, yeah. Like, just imagine, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Except like the cards actually do stuff, right? Like hold up a fireball card and then fireball shoots out, something like that, you know? Okay. Only healing shrine here, which I don't need to worry about. What about you? If your character was like a playable character in the game, what would your fighting style be? What would your whole play style be all about? Nice, yeah. Alright, this is a shop. Oh, okay, I didn't realize the fire would hurt me. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what I was expecting there. I was like, oh, that's just a decoration, but no, turns out, no, it's more than that. I think I'll just go for, like, the essences, because I only got the one. Might go for Essence of Wind and Essence of Talc. I do like how you can buy some of the things multiple times. Alright, let's see. Probably want to put this on the one with the lowest cooldown so that it procs more often. And this one, I'll put on here, because the more powerful ground pound is just pretty rad, right? Alright, which way do I want to go? Knowing that I want to at least hit here. Let's go up here, and we'll find out what this is, and then I'll think about if I want to make a detour or not. Mix of range and melee, because Shadow has claws and he's a pyromancer. As for a weapon, top pick would be like custom guitars. Sounds pretty rad. I like a good hybrid style character, something that lets you adjust your playstyle as the situation calls. Right, so someone with like a mix of ranged and melee abilities sounds like a good mix there, right? A little custom fighting style kind of deal. Stance-based characters can be pretty fun. It reminds me of the Ronin from Etrian Odyssey, who has stances kind of baked into their whole ability set. And there's plenty of other characters like that too. Damage increases against low health enemies. And let's put it here. Unless... Nah, actually I should probably put it here. It'll get more of a benefit that way. Katars would let you hack and slash on the run. There you go. Oh, it's another shop. I'm also at half health. Yeah, let's do it. I got enough space between the hunters and me. I can see what this guy's got with the paltry amount of money, and oh, I can only get this. Memory is constant combat, restores my health by 33 over 7 seconds. Yeah, actually, I could probably use that right now. I have half my health remaining. Also, a big floofy tail would be handy in getting in a fight for sweeps or getting out of tough spots. Yeah, little tail slap, right? Like in Pokemon, just slap him with the tail. All right, we are here. And the place the Big Mint wants us to go to. So hatred is another mechanic that they have, where you can choose the amount of rewards you get, but if you choose like the bigger options, you'll also have to deal with a drawback with them, so I usually just go for no curse. I don't feel confident enough to deal with whatever disadvantages they may bring, because like what if one of them just like completely nullifies my playstyle, you know? Like, it was like, oh man, your range attacks suddenly deal like 0% damage or something. Just bleh. Tense hatred makes me think of the hate mode in Yandere Simulator. Okay, so we can go face off against a bonus boss. This is what it basically is, and it says, yeah, this is an optional thing, and you'll be able to come back, and the hunters will not advance. So don't feel like you're disadvantaging. You're going to be put in a disadvantageous situation if you decide to take this fella on. Basically looks like a chained angel from like Diablo or something. This fella is no problemo. Very, very stationary boss. Whew! I messed up a few more times than I would have liked, but made it. Now we get a little extra reward. Actually, I don't want this. Thing with these ultimate ability, or these like legendary abilities, is that I can't move, right? In multiplayer, picking them would probably make more sense, but since I'm going solo, I kind of want to remain mobile, right? Oh, it's on with that music? Yeah, it was, right? Sure rocking out there for a moment. I think I might actually stick with this one. Nice ability to just like fire and forget, you know, a little extra damage. You don't have to worry about aiming it or anything. Alright. Hunters are over here, so we'll just go over here and face off against the boss. Or I need some healing too, thankfully I got money. We'll get to see who boss number 2 is. It's like a warrior with a really long sword. Skull. I feel like this guy is probably like a run ender. Requires you to kind of be on top of your game. That attack especially. Right, when he just like drops down a series of AoEs. There's specific patterns, so if you know what's coming, you can dodge them, but the first time you see that, you're like, oh god, where do I go? Oh, and this one too, where it's like a bunch of slashes on the arena, and it's like, oh no. Haha, you saw that. Tried to charge at me, it was like, runs right into my bomb. Eat it. Is he trying to be Sephiroth with that sword? It's like Norse Sephiroth. Off to the final region. I think this is like the Dream Realm. It's got a bit of a space motif to it though. Oh, really? 2 shops? Oh, I don't have that much money. Oh, I think I'll just like pass them by. Off against the final set of enemies. These guys are pretty scary, right? Because especially the one variety whose whole attack is just like charging at you and then smacking the ground with a big AoE attack, so really there to go, yeah, you probably want to just like keep moving, right? If you're playing solo, you definitely want to keep moving, otherwise you're just gonna get rocked by these fellas' head bonks. Mantle. Or those that charge up a power move but have a shield at the same time. Oh my god. Basically a DPS check. Yeah, those are annoying. Especially if you don't have like the DPS to stop them. You're like, oh, I guess we're just gonna have to hope we survive whatever onslaught comes next. That's basically like one of the final bosses of Gunfire Reborn. It's like once you get him down to like 10% of his health, just goes to the center, gains all his shield, and you have like 10 seconds to deplete all that and his remaining health. If you don't, you have to deal with like a super powered version of the boss, and you gotta take him out that way. It's doable, but it's a lot harder. You face any bosses like that? The ones that just have like the final act of desperation that's basically like DPS check, and if you can't clear it, then so sad, too bad. Okay, there we go. Memory hastes that. Get another remnant. Shield. So we're gonna keep moving. Oh. Yeah, let's go here. We'll uncover more spots, and I can decide if I want to double back and get some resources. Seriously, that stomp is nuts. I feel like that's an ability that can work with just about everyone. Like you see, I'm a ranged character and I'm using that thing both offensively and defensively, but I imagine melee characters would also get a lot of use out of it to close distance or get the heck away very quickly. Yeah. Keep increasing that memory haste. And let's spend our dust here. I think we'll upgrade these. Oh. Upgrade these two. Yeah. Igniz will input read the hell out of you, can call assist super, plus he has infinite super gauge. Oh, right. The bosses that are like, nope, I operate on a different set of rules. Screw you. Alright. I can go here and uncover more spots, and then I can choose to loop around if I need to. Gem. Oh, find perfection. Okay, so not every gem will directly benefit ability. Some of them just work more like passives, like this one that just increases your everything. So we'll slot it here. Wow, the rest of these spaces kind of suck. I guess it's just a case of running around to see what else we can get, and then prepare for the final confrontation. So let's heck it, let's go here. Galactus, when he flicks you off screen, force swaps your player plus his ungodly 200 hit combos. I remember facing off Galactus for the first time in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Just being like, oh, stab! Why is this guy so strong? Probably one of my favorite boss battles, though, in just terms of spectacle and presentation. Like, the game does not hesitate to remind you, it's like, yeah, you're fighting for Earth, and if you screw up, well, you just doomed Earth. And then if you defeat Galactus, well, you saved Earth. Like, good job. My favorite thing about the Galactus boss battle is that when you defeat him, right, he goes, I must now crush you like the bug that you are. Even as he falls off the screen, but If you go into the sound test, you'll notice that there's like a voice line of him just screaming, right? I assume that was what they wanted for his defeat sound, because it sounds like it makes more sense, but I don't know, I guess they just wanted Galactus to go, I'll still kick your ass even though you kicked my ass. Yeah, let's go down. Oh yeah, the take boss and squirrel with a gun. That one, I'm glad they had the tooltips in there to let you know what you're supposed to do, because certainly wouldn't have been able to figure that out on my own, right? It's like, sure, okay, lit wheels to shoot, and then, what next? I wonder if those were, like, in there at the start, or if they put those tooltips in, like, post-patch, because people were getting confused by them. Always like Devil Emperor Mundus battle in DMC. Is he the guy who like teleports around in an arena and you know you beat him up a little bit and he teleports to another spot and he just like does little gestures like come over here, like little finger wag. Hi Azure, hi Emil Hart, how are you doing? A statue that comes to life. Ah, alright. Then you fight him in space. Ooh. Also, spectacle battle. Very nice, very nice. I'm good. How goes the roguelites? Going pretty well. Kick a butt here. I'm in the final area. Pretty close to facing off against the boss. Got an ability set that's like pretty darn good. So I'm feeling confident in my odds here. I'm just gonna explore one more area and then we're gonna go take on the last boss. Really, it's this stomp ability that's just carrying me. Being able to just quickly move to a spot and just like vaporize their health practically. It's a godsend. What's my memory haste at? Oh, it's at 100. Okay. So this one is just like a straight percentage cooldown reduction, right? So if it's at 100, you get 100%. Or cooldowns are 100% faster, which I assume that means it's like a 50% cooldown reduction. Anyways, I'm just gonna pick ability power this time because, you know, after a certain point, cooldown reduction is like it hits a like a soft cap, right? Where each additional point just doesn't give you that much benefit than it does early on. Nothing wrong with cheese strats. That much is true. Because hey, if the enemies can take you out in the blink of an eye, then, well, might as well play rocket tag with them, right? Anyways, here's the final boss, Nyx. Also, a deity with goat horns. But this is basically like a 3-phase boss battle, even if it isn't segmented out like that, because they'll have like the damage stops where you know, the life bar changes and then Nyx goes to the center and does her thing. So this is the one, like after the second boss, this is the one that kind of took me out. Because you got this attack here that draws you in and you gotta make sure you don't reach the center. And this is why evasive abilities are nice too, because it gives you more opportunities to just like keep the distance. Dang, I missed. Oh, no. Nah, I got this. Dang it. Stand still. All right, there we go. And Nyx is defeated. We'll just upgrade this. In multiplayer games, not so much, but single player, it's all good. Yeah, you do have to approach things differently in single player and multiplayer. It's like multiplayer, yeah, you can specialize, right? Because everyone will have their role to play. But in single player, you kind of have to be able to do a little bit of everything. All right, so once you defeat the third boss, you do have two options here, right? You can, yeah, victory achieved, right? It's like we felled the great boss. But yeah, you can choose to go somewhere deeper, which is like looping around. You'll go back to the first area. Enemies will be stronger, or you can just choose to finish your run, the pure white dream, which is what we'll do here, right? We'll conclude the journey. You went missing in the deepest part of the rapids, but that's fine, right? You get a nice little summary here too, all right? Like everything you managed to gather, your total score, and then your stats on the right side here. A bit of a score tally. Fun stuff. The interesting thing about this game is that it also has dailies. Right, you'll get like 3 tasks kind of served up to you every few hours, and then you complete them for this currency of Stardust, which is what you use to upgrade your stuff. It's a weird way of doing things. I'm not sure if I'm like the biggest fan of it, especially since it makes like you do get like Stardust through doing the runs, but you get like way more via this method. I'm just gonna upgrade some abilities here real quick. Oh, all right, I have to commit. Go back. Let's try another character. We'll go with big hammer guy here. And start. Once more unto the breach. Might as well show off a variety of things, right? Went with ranged magic guy. Now we'll go with melee hammer dude. As you might expect, he smashes things with the hammer. Also, his evasive ability kind of works as an offensive ability too. You can charge into an enemy, or you can just like get the heck away. Either way. All right, I'm gonna do a crazy maneuver. I'm gonna go here and then try to loop around over to this spot. And, let's see how that works out. Sure, that hammer is big enough? Nah, it's not big enough. Could use like a rocket booster at the bottom, right? So yeah, his starting ability is like a charge attack, right? You charge up the ability, and then you can increase its range and power. It's pretty fun. Oh. Okay, we're gonna go here. Because I'm gonna try to keep one step ahead of those hunters. Balancing melee and ranged in the same game is always a tricky thing, right? Because melee characters are inherently disadvantaged in that, you know, their hurt range is a lot less. Right? But on the other hand, you don't want ranged characters to be like easy mode, right? By being able to, by them being able to evade attacks by virtue of just like being very far away. That's why you see a lot of enemies with like just a good number of ranged abilities or wide AoE abilities or just like homing abilities or teleports. Make it a supersized Decker's shock hammer. Little shockwave. Like a gravity hammer from Halo. I'll say it's a good thing I decided to not go here, because now we have more spaces with some interesting things. Let's go in the middle. Scary clown movie? Man, I do think clowns have had it a bit rough. Media has unfortunately just stigmatized them to an extent. I don't know. There are a bunch of friendly clowns out there. I don't know. I think for the most part their goals are noble. They just want to entertain and you know, make people happy. Cooldown reduction. Sure, let's get that. And the KFC cult ad. Jeez. Hey, I get it. Some people are just like, you know, scared, right? Clowns kind of elicit a fear reaction in them, and that's understandable. But is that the one with the golden egg? Oh. Like that games these days are trying to make like melee play styles like at least a bit more bearable, right? You'll see some games maybe give characters an armor bonus, or maybe like stacks of evasion or something like that. Something so that, you know, doesn't feel like you're playing hard mode if you choose a more up close play style, which can be pretty neat. Oh, this is just a health recovery zone. Alright. Just beneficial. This one was them feasting on chicken like cannibals. Oh, that sounds unsettling. Anyways, I got another stomp ability, but this one's just a around you AoE stomp, which probably works pretty well for a melee character. We're gonna have a lot of characters on top of you, so you want some way to hurt everything around you. Out of range there. See, this is the part where melee characters can be a bit of a challenge, because you gotta try to dodge all these little AoE spots, whereas with a ranged character, you can just be like, alright, I'll stand like way the far heck away, and slowly increase your health that way. Dark Spear, yeah, look at that. Pierces enemies in front, yep. Triggering attack effects, I like that. I like all of that. Let's upgrade my ability. Alright, go here. To where the powerful force is. Use the force and actually go there, don't run. funny thing is, from what I've read, and this was like a while ago, apparently the melee characters in this game are actually remarkably good. You can kind of see it, right? Like this guy's health is kind of remaining topped off, even though I've been going toe-to-toe with everyone here. Close range AoE light damage. Yeah, I think I want to swap that actually. This spear isn't quite doing it. Oh, but I gotta hold down. Alright. Well, we'll swap it out again. This is what happens when I don't read. VTubers reading? Perish the thought. Getting lag? Oh no. Dang it. Internet, why must you be like this? Get through here, and then maybe I'll take a quick break and see what's going on. Well, at least you can move around while you're charging up that one. Take a break real quick. Hold on. Okay. I'm messing around with some things. Let's see how this looks. I'm gonna bring up my stream on Twitch real quick. Also, let me know how it's working on your end. Are things looking better, or am I still a little herky-jerky? Alright. Checking myself on Twitch right now. Seems like things are better now. Man. Okay. Let us continue then. Oop. Why game capture is nice. I accidentally brought up the wrong window, but y'all didn't see that. Alright. Welcome back. Thanks. It's good to be back. Hopefully we're in a better state now. Anyways, let's go shopping. Do a little retail therapy here. Let's see. I got Glacial Stomp. Good thus far. That is good to hear. Okay, I'm probably going to just sell Static Discharge and... Much better early signs positive. That is good to hear. You know what? Let's get this one. Just additional AoE damage. And, yeah, increased attack speed is always handy. I should probably pick up an ability to fill the one I sold here, so... Hey, you know what? Get Dark Bolt. Give him a ranged option for when he can't quite close the gap. Shopping, you say? Sign me up. Who doesn't like a good shopping trip, right? As long as you got money to spend, but I assume that's a given. Actually, I should probably put this on here because this one has a shorter cooldown. I'll put the Flawed Essence of Pain here because it's got the AoE. And go here for one last shot at building resources up in this area before we go on to the next. Oh yeah, I'm liking that range bolt. I could just snipe that spider from afar and attack faster for a bit. Some pretty durable spiders, though, if they're not broken apart by one hammer swing. Think about it. Next attack empowered on cast dark. Alright, gotta put it here then, because it has the lowest cooldown. And it's boss time. Gonna face off against Ghost Skeleton of the Woods once more. Except this time we got a giant hammer, so we're gonna pulverize this guy. Turn him into bone dust. Maybe use that to enhance our crops. Defeated. Alright, let's... I'm liking the stomp ability. I'm gonna give it the enhancement. Grab our Stardust and move on to Zone 2. Back in the mountains. Mountains of ice and swords. You know, nothing screams like just ancient grounds more than just seeing giant freaking swords. Really lets you know, oh man, this is really different place, right? Just something crazy went down here a long time ago. This is all that remains, just giant weapons. You got Beam of Light. Vesper has no need for light. Dang, I missed. He's never the best at skill shot type abilities. That's why I like the ones that home in, or just like fire effect, or at least have an AoE, so I have a bit more of a chance of actually hitting something with them. Alright. It's the old roguelite element. It's like, okay, you want to give up some health, maybe get a little benefit out of it. I like how they stop you from actually taking yourself out. It's like, no, you don't have enough health. You can't activate this anymore. Stop. Just stop. Okay, which way do I want to go? I should probably go here. Hit the Shrine of Guidance. Should I survive that to that point? Alright, get that healing. So much better. forwards. On the off chance, that space at the end has something I want. I don't have to double on back. Because you can go to old areas, but obviously they're not going to have any more enemies, so essentially kind of just spending a turn to reposition yourself, and the hunters will still be moving forward. Depending on what you do, you might end up getting cornered. Like the first time, if you find yourself in a hunter battle, it's not going to be so bad. Right, you'll have to fight enemies, and there will be some occasional AoE attacks that pop up in spots, but the hunter level kind of works like a sort of a GTA wanted meter, where it has like 5 levels. So the first time you encounter them, it's like level 1. It's not that bad, but for each subsequent encounter, that meter goes up, and the fights just become like more intense. And by like the 5th time you fight them in a run, it'll just be like constant AoE attacks everywhere, and the enemies are like super cracked, so you pretty much have to be on the top of your game, dodging everything, or you'll find yourself wiped out pretty quickly. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bottom spot. Powerful monster, you say? Perhaps one thing you can maybe possibly take advantage of during like a hunter-occupied space is that if you go to a shop that the hunters are at, the shopkeeper will be gone. And they'll leave behind like their backpack, which could have a random item in there. It could be like an essence or an ability. And obviously it's free, so basically, you have to go face off against the hunters, but you might get something good out of it. Try to get attack speed upgrades for this guy, so he does swing his hammer a lot. That will just increase his attack damage. If I can't get attack speed, then attack damage is probably the next best thing. Things at the edge of my screen. Was that a curse or was that a blessing? Oh, it's a stun maneuver. Versus gravity in the target area, lifting enemies within range for 1 point. Oh. On second thought now, I'm not too much of a fan of that. Might work better in multiplayer. But for a guy who needs to be up close and personal. Will I be going to any Pride events? I might. State of the world being what it is, I don't know if it's gonna be like safe out there, but I'll see what's like happening in my area. I might go out there once or twice. I guess that you probably have a lot of plans for Pride Month. nothing good in the abilities section, so we'll just get some essences here. Looks like you can buy one of each. So it works out. Put this on here. And 10 seconds. Cast this, memories and power. We'll put that on stomp. Why not? And yeah, we can hit this one. One more go at resources, and then we'll fight against Skull again. Guy's gonna be a little different since we're playing an up-close and personal character this time around. Hitting up the local event next Saturday in the park. Awesome. I wish you well, and everyone attending. AoE out there. Oh. It's attack time. Center. This way. Here. Okay. Now he's gonna home in on me and dodge. Yeah, alright. Uh-oh. See, this is one where being a melee character is perhaps disadvantageous, because unless you got ranged abilities, you're not going to hit that guy during his spin attack. Woo! Alright. Actually did a lot better than I thought I would. Okay. Let's keep upgrading the stomp. Should be nice weather for it. Yeah, you absolutely want nice weather for an outdoors event. Forecasts in my area have been a little off. Like, they predicted yesterday would have like inclement weather, but it wasn't quite as inclement as it would be. It was nice, actually. I got to go outside and take a walk. It was pretty good. Let's see. I want to hit a shop. I don't have that much money. Let's go see what this powerful force is. This is where it gets tricky, because these enemies are kind of nuts. Charging my attack, so I couldn't dodge that. Ah! $83 degrees. Oh, it's cloudy. Well, I guess at least it's cloudy. You don't have the sun to contend with too. I mean, obviously you still got to deal with the UV rays, but at least you won't have like the sunlight just bearing down on you. Let's go here. Oh wait, see, I got the prompt. The prompt that was like, "Hey, there's still stuff here you could get. Make sure you get that first." Retaliate on damage taken and power memory. Now I'm glad. Actually, I should put this over here because I'm probably gonna get hit when I charge the attack, so that'll proc more often there. Glad I didn't miss that. See, those prompts are nice. Thanks, game. Dry desert heat. Oh man. Really long time ago, I took a vacation in Vegas, and yeah, got to experience all that desert heat there. It's like hot, but thankfully it's not like the humid kind of hot where you're just like sweating all over. Still unpleasant, but could certainly be worse, at least in that case. Certainly feel for anyone who's like living in the southwest US at the moment. Here. Oh. I accidentally hit the ult button. It's fine. Should be able to build it back up before the boss battle. If not, it'll be fine. My strategy isn't too dependent on it anyhow. Ice Claw. Swing your claw forward to deal damage to enemies and stun them for 0.5 seconds. I don't want to swap my bolt for that. Alright, what the upgrade? Upgrade the passive a little bit more. Used to. And what? Okay. Throwing system. What is your malfunction? You're supposed to throw something at me. Alright, now we'll look into that. I'll refund that later. Sorry about that. Must admit, it's been nice having someone cook for me for a change. That is nice. It's nice to have someone, you know, be skilled at cooking. Aww? Yeah, aw, right. Kind of blows when it doesn't work. It's weird. Like, I remember there's another stream where someone redeemed something else and that worked. Look into that. feel like a good number of these overworld maps seem to be set up in a way you'd have like 2 large regions, and you got like 1 little bridge between the 2. So like take care of everything you want in the first area before you move on to the next. Got hit by something that's slowing me down. Go. AoE damage and ally healing. Yeah, this guy can heal on his own. Be fine without it. Alright, time to enter the final pentagon area. By that I mean it's like a pentagon-shaped area. I see, okay, so that green AoE I think is what slowed me down there. Not enough dust to upgrade anything. Ah, there's a delusional status effect, so that's what was hitting me earlier. I have no idea what that does, though. It's nothing good, that's for sure. Okay. I think I can make 3 more stops if I want to. Or maybe 4. I want to at least hit up that shop right before I go face off against the last boss of this run. Makes a nice little wake up. Wake me up, wake me up inside, I can't wake up. That will never get old. I swear, anyone talks about waking up, I'm gonna be over here just quoting Evanescence. It's like either that or System of a Down, right? That's the other popular one. Wake up! Came over there specifically so I could stomp him. The shop. See if we can get any last minute abilities or ability enhancements. Cast this memory, sacrifice 20% of your current health to empower the cast. I don't know about that one. I guess we'll just get this one. I know this guy can restore health, but not in the... Okay. That's just a Shrine of Guidance. I don't know if I'll get enough to level up to 13. Let's do it. Nothing venture, nothing gain, right? Little extra edge in battle, why not? couldn't quite make it. Ah well. It is what it is. Cooldown reduction. Oh, we just throw it on here. Since all the other abilities have their slots filled. Oh, aside from the ultimate. I usually don't put anything on the ultimate because I don't use it all that much. Like, even in regular play, I mostly just like do it during the boss battles, and that's because I remember that I have it. Evasion abilities other than my usual one, so one particular attack is going to be extra tricky. Alright, here we go. Let's see if Vesper can survive this onslaught. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine. We're good. Let's finish this. Woo! That actually wasn't that bad. And just grab that and let's wrap things up, shall we? Conclude the journey? Yes, let's. Another run done. Nice thing about this is that if you just go on like the regular 3-area run, you can, if you're fast and efficient, you can usually get this done in around 30 minutes. So it works pretty well. As like, oh, you know, I got a little time to kill. Why don't we just like go on a run and see what we can get accomplished here? Why don't we do one more? Let's do one more. I don't think I've played as Aurena at all. Let's see what she's like. Let's quickly read over her abilities here. Golden Explosion that deals damage to enemies, heals allies for 28%. One. Dash forward and then power next basic attack, and this is the Disintegrating Claw. Attacks deal 68% additional damage or restore 60% of health per enemy hit. Against bosses, damage restoration increased by 100%. This is a dash. Okay. Let's see how far we can get with Aurena. One more time. Aurena is also a melee character. It's all about the swings of health. Sacrifice your health to power some of your abilities and then get it back using your other abilities. So you don't want to fire them off too much. It's like the special attacks in Streets of Rage. Although I like the way 4 implemented it, that instead of just like losing your health straight up, it turns into gray health. So if you play well, you can get that health back, but one hit and it's like everything you put up on risk is gone. Disappears, just like that. I thought that was just scenery, but turns out it's a bridge. That's why I should pay attention to the minimap. It'll let me know where to go, what to do, where the enemies are, and where the points of interest are. There are a lot of spiders here. Spiders in a forest? I don't say. Their evasion ability. That'll probably come in handy. Alright. Nothing here. Just gonna move forward. Where are all the specially marked spots? Dark Spear. Didn't like it as Vesper. Probably won't like it as Aurena either. Okay. We'll go here. And cover some spots. Ah! Threaded the needle when I didn't want to. I wonder if I should make that a redeem. It's like spend a few points and you can just have the thread the needle skill pop up. It's always a fun thing to have. Does that happen to anyone? You just like try to shoot an enemy or like shoot into a group, but then your shot just like goes in between everything and misses them all. And you're like, ah! I've certainly had it happen to me a few times. That one time in Peglin, where that happened, where I tried to hit a peg, and then I ended up hitting no pegs. It just went through in between all of them. I'm like, well, that takes some skill itself, but it's not the outcome you'd hope for, right? Here I want to upgrade. You know what? Get that. I do like that all the healing abilities in these games work mostly automatically. They'll usually try to prioritize allies with the lowest health and things like that. From what I've seen other people play it, at least. Alright, I got enough money to buy one of these, so... yeah, let's get this one. I think... yeah, I got the one ability that heals light damage, so... it's a pretty obvious slot in there. And we'll go here. We'll go fight against goat skeleton forest goat skeleton. One more time. I was point blank. The visual representation of an XCOM 98% shot. This arrow storm. For 6 seconds, increase attack speed by 18% movement. Oh! It's a buff. Huh. Maybe I'll swap out Dark Bolt for that. I'm gonna keep backstep as just like an additional evasive ability. That just seems handy. Alright, looks like we got time for that last spot there. And we can fight the boss. Chaos. Why won't you give me attack speed boosts, game? It's kind of funny to think about how, like, a good number of characters have, like, floating bits to them now. Gives them a bit more of a ways to notice them, right? We saw it with Yubar. You can see it with Aurena here. Reminds me of, like, when someone was, like, talking about Bloodstained, or the main character, Miriam. Originally didn't wear a scarf, but they eventually gave her a scarf so that you could, like, spot her more easily on screen. It's, like, interesting to think about, right? Character design elements that aren't just for, like, the sake of character design, but are for there as, like, a bit of a visual guide at times, too. You see it pop up in other ways too, like how some people talk about like character silhouettes, especially with the games that have like multiple characters you can play as, like Overwatch and what have you. Right. I think it like even goes back to Team Fortress 2. They were talking about silhouettes there, and each class there having a unique one, so you can kind of tell from afar like who you're facing off against. Alright, we're going to be playing with fire here, but there's a lot of good spots close by, so... Let's see what we can hit up in this first zone. I hope I can get like a cooldown reduction essence for... arrow storm here, because it seems kind of nuts at the moment. Okay, this slam attack is not... I'm not a big fan of that slam attack. Alright, there we go. Ah. Alright. Yeah, let's get more health, actually, since Aurena needs a good amount of it. Okay. Go over here. So that way we can hit the exclamation point spot next turn. So we can pick up from the shop. So delay. Targeted. Slash through enemies with a flaming sword. Increase proportionally. If I get this. This and put that on the evasive ability so that I can hit enemies when I land on them. This is what I do when I sit on you. Sit on... Oh, no, wait, no, actually, I probably shouldn't say that. This one was the delay one, right? I don't know about that. Sometimes it's good to have a boring but practical ability over something more flashy. Like, sure, an ability that kind of lets you jump out of the way of danger might not be the coolest looking thing. Well, I guess the bomb dropping aspect at least makes it kind of cool and gives it a bit of an offensive utility, but I guess something like a simple dodge maneuver would be more along the lines of boring but practical. Or just like a straightforward projectile, like the Dark Bolt, right? Not too fancy, but it does damage, it's easy to use, it gets the job done. Sometimes that's what you need. Dark Spear, I'm not interested in. Alright. Depending on where the hunters show up, I might just move on to the second big cluster. Use it while in the air. I guess it makes sense. It being like a more agility themed kind of skill. Makes sense to give it like a sort of an air recovery kind of property. What do we have here? Attack damage is increased by 13%. Heal 5 health. Okay, what is the... Oh, you know what? Probably should put it on there. The one with the lowest cooldown, although it does have a health cost. Alright, just gonna move across. Hunters are encroaching in on my territory. Looks like with Aurena, you really want to try to catch a lot of enemies in your range, huh? That's how you get like the most recovery. And things that way, although wait a bit. Great frost sword. Now for the middle area. I also like the slow-mo that happens sometimes when you take out a big enemy. I kind of like slow-mo moments in general, especially when they get it right. It's like Dragalia Lost. They love doing that, especially during the big boss battles. Whoever does the final blow, they just zoom in and slow down as you see the boss go down. It was super satisfying, especially if the boss battle was like a long and difficult one. I missed that game. I wish Nintendo would put out like a retail version of it or something. Don't let that world go to waste. It's been a while since I've been at a well, so I have plenty of opportunities to enhance my abilities. I should probably work on the passive. Any way to kind of bridge the gap between the health loss would be appreciated. Periodically fires a fireball at a random enemy. Fire quality increases the firing speed. So this one doesn't directly enhance your abilities, it's more of a passive, but nice to have anyhow, right? Can't go wrong with a little extra damage. Alright, so now which one I pick, I can just, like, head straight to the boss. But I want to see if I can get all three of them so I can get a little bit of extra money for the next time I run to the shop. Barrier. Enemies still. Storm's kind of nuts. Basically just increases my damage against these rules. What's my memory haste? 15. Okay, so I can practically double the cooldown if I like that. Or not double, but it's like double the cooldown boost. Delusional thing again. What happens if I hit 100% delusion? It's like when I play Remnant, and there's this one boss that can inflict madness on you. And usually, the way that game works is that a meter fills up, and if the meter fills up all the way, then you get afflicted with the ailment. But with madness, it actually stacks, and it just makes you wonder, like, what happens when you get multiple stacks? Kind of threw me for a bit because previously I was playing Elden Ring, and they also have a madness element, but I think the way that one works is that it does like massive health damage and it fills all the way, and it deals like a gigantic chunk of damage, which is usually enough to kill you. So it's usually in your best interest to not see the madness. Usually good life advice in general, don't seek out madness, because usually won't end well for you. Area 2. Oh, it drains life. Alright, yeah. I already have it, so it improves the gem I have. Okay. Oh, we've cleared everything here. Let's go to the boss. Oh boy. Now we're not only facing off against Skull as a melee character, we're facing off against Skull as a melee character who needs to drain her health in order to enhance her stuff. We'll see how this ends. One of us is walking away from this arena. We'll find out who it is. Here we go. Oh, middle. Maybe now we can move. Okay, charge attack and dodge. Oh, I thought I was gonna get caught in that. No, not the spin attack. All right, gotta move. Gotta go. Thankfully, that doesn't last long. Sometimes there are some games that do spin attacks that just last an unbearably long time. You just gotta play keep away a very long time. Whew! Alright. Did it. just keep on enhancing arrow storm. Or if I should enhance my other stuff. That one just gives like the slight increase to attack power and arrow damage. Alright, let's see if I can survive this area. 333 coins. Try to hit the well, but before I hit the well, I should probably swing around a bit and build up my resources so I have a better chance of getting more stuff. No. Get back here, you son of a... moving. How are you all still standing? With the tiniest sliver of health. Good. That's everyone. Oh, there's another shop there. Oh, we can stop by both of them. They stock different items. May as well. Seems like each area only generates 2 shops, so that much you can be certain about. I guess we can go to the well, and let's enhance the passive. Since health drain is kind of her bread and butter, any way to kind of bridge that gap. It's handy. What you got for me? Drops fireballs, burst of frost, powered. Since we already got like 1 fire thing, let's continue that train. And actually we can put it here. Let's get low cooldowns. And I do want to save some money for the other shop, because they might have something good, you know? Thing about shopping trips. It's like, you know, you only have so much money if you're just stopping by a lot of places, then you gotta try to, you know, you gotta manage it, you know, manage your money. Let's see, I don't think I have anything that heals me specifically, so ignore that. Do I want to get Blink, though? Sell, my backstep. This teleports a short distance. So it works as a kind of like a closing in kind of deal, but it still functions as an evasive ability. Yeah, I think I'll do it. Sell that and put this on. Hopefully I didn't screw myself over. Yeah, that's fine. I think I can work with that. Alright. This is probably a random question, but did anyone watch King of the Hill? I saw news that they were like going to do a revival series that's going to be on Hulu, and I thought the way they were going about it was like interesting too, where it's like the next season's going to take place like long after the original 13 seasons, and everyone's all grown up. And there's a very obvious passage of time, right? The kid characters are now grown-ups. Everyone is obviously a little older, and the place they're in obviously has changed now. I really do wonder how they're gonna go about working with that. But I kind of like that. I like it when the series kind of does a time skip to acknowledge a long gap. It's like the same deal Toy Story had, right? From 2 to 3, was a really long period of time. So when they brought 3 out, like Andy, who was a kid in 2, is now almost about to go off to college, and like even the movie itself was just dealing with like the themes of just like, you know, times change, people change, and you know, you're gonna have to find yourself in a new situation. And then they went and kind of undermined all that with Toy Story 4. And now they're making Toy Story 5. It's like, y'all, just please let the series rest. Let it end on a good note. It's like, I heard 4 even tried to end on an even like more definitive note. And Disney's just like, no, Pixar. You must make more money from your popular series. Give us another Toy Story. Please, sorry. Put it here because I already got a lot of stuff on right-click ability. Okay. I think I can visit all these places. See if I can at least get to level 11. Wow, I just realized this upcoming week's gonna be like the big video games week too. We have the Switch 2 release. That's gonna be the big deal. And then we also have a lot of the game conferences going down next weekend. Games Fest, the Xbox Showcase. I'm assuming PlayStation will put up a State of Play. Will Nintendo do a Nintendo Direct, or are they just gonna be like, well, we have the Switch 2 release? I don't know. We're obviously gonna be occupying a lot of the mind space of everyone. I mean, they could do a Direct also and just even dominate more of the mind space, but I guess we'll see. Anyone picking up a Switch 2? I think I'm holding off. I'm gonna wait a bit. Partially because, apart from Mario Kart World, I don't know what else I'd pick up for it. And also partially because, from what I've read, like the release Switch 2 model is perhaps doesn't have the best battery life. So maybe I'll wait for a few iterations and see how they improve that, right? And wait for more games too, right? I usually like to wait for around 3 games before I pick a console up. I did that with like the Switch 1. So I guess I'm just like waiting for 2 more games that are Switch 2 centric before I get that. Becoming dust. All we are is dust in the wind. You know, that song was playing on my friend's radio when I visited them last week. And I was just like, this is a song that plays in a medical drama when they fail to save someone. Right, that's a song you hear. It's like that and the phrase, how to save a life, and stuff too, right? Any song that has like that bit of a melancholic feel to it, very much, you'll probably hear it as like just like a depressing note, you know? Alright, here comes the big one. I should be fine. I have 2 dodges and 1 evasive ability. And granted, the pool does get, like, bit weaker as you approach the middle, so... Still remember the first time I happened, and I was like, oh no, what am I supposed to do? I just like marched up to the middle because I thought that's what they wanted me to do, and I just ended up getting like absolutely annihilated. Unsurprisingly enough. Ooh, there we go. Got a 3 for. Just upgrade a thing. Oh, the Stardust. Doesn't really matter what because I'm just gonna wrap up this run here. Another one for the books. Huh. It was actually the first time I played as Aurena, and I managed to get all the way to the end. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, well, go back to the menu here, because I think that has been a pretty decent look at Shape of Dreams, right? You see what they got going here? I think they might have something cool, right? I think this would be pretty fun as a collab game. Right? And it works pretty well as a solo game too, right? It does make me wonder. It's like, how much of your MOBA skills translates over here? Like, it's got the movement, it's got, like, perhaps the abilities are kind of reminiscent of that too, so... Granted, it's like a little different, right? This is a PvE game, while most MOBAs tend to be like 5-on-5 sort of army advancement, take the enemy key points of the enemy area and then take out their central area. But yeah. Funny thing, they originally planned to have like a full early access release on May 2025, but I think they pulled back because they got enough feedback that said, all right, yeah, we see there's maybe more things we could work on, so it's gonna maybe keep working on it, but we'll keep the demo up so you can play that version until we're ready to show more of what we have in store. So yeah, I think they're in a good spot. I look forward to seeing what else they put out here, right? More characters, more abilities, more side paths. They even mentioned endings, so yeah, we'll probably come back in a little bit when they got more and see what else they've added. But for now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call things here. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted. And even if you just lurked, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be back on Wednesday, where we'll continue Grid 2019, you know? Wrap up the Modern series and see if we can make like a little inroads into Season 3. So I hope you look forward to that. But for now, let's look for someone to raid. Since this is the kind of game that doesn't play stuff when you focus out of it, I'm gonna start this YouTube video here. Make sure it loops. Alright. Let us go find a raid target. Quite a few good options here. Wait a minute. Okay. Apparently there are like 2 channels now that are doing 24/7 mods. How does that even work? Do they have so much extra video footage that they can just do 24/7 like that? I guess they do. Just thinking like 168 hours plus worth? How many hours of video do I have? I want to count that up now, or at least try to estimate. Oh. Okay. We might have found someone. Like the game they're playing. Maybe we'll go right into them. I think I read it into someone else who was playing that game a while before. I can't remember. Well, I'll read into this fella as well. Right. First, let's see if they have raids open. Okay, looks like they do. Alright. In that case, raid message. Oh. Raid message is going to be Dream Raid, and the fella we're going to raid into today is Nina, or no, Nine. Sorry, Nine. They are playing Tunic, the game that's like the isometric action adventure in the vein of Zelda, but leaves a lot of the figuring stuff out to you, right? You just kind of have to read the instruction manual and then figure out where you need to go next. So let's go over there and give Nine our support. If you're joining on the raid, give them a dream raid, and if not, have a good rest of your weekend, have a good start to next week, and I'll see you on Wednesday for Grid 2019. Take care. You know what the funny thing about this music is? The music video on YouTube, they looped it for 10 minutes, and it's also tagged ASMR. I guess it's a nice, soothing piece to have. It's something you could play in the background while you're working on an assignment or doing a project or something, right? Alright, see ya.